Hi everyone, in this video, in this watch me work video, I'm going to be doing a full dry manicure, and this time I'm going to use Essie Bordeaux, and I'm going to use two base coats because one of the viewers was asking which one is more effective. So I'm going to use the Smoothie and Strong Start. So Smoothie on one hand and Strong Start on the other hand, and we'll see if there is a difference. I'm also going to use a top coat, which is Good to Go by Essie. So we're gonna start removing the polish. This was Orly Infinite Charm. I keep forgetting the name. I wanna say Infinite Allure. Maybe it was Infinite Allure. Yeah, Infinite Allure. So we're gonna remove it with pure acetone. So this is how I remove the polish. Just place the pads, press them down. This is the cleanest way of removing polish. Make sure you press it down so it makes the connection with the polish. If you're doing this on yourself, then you can just do one hand, wait like 30 seconds, and then do the other hand. Because this would be messy, trying to do this like this. These are the makeup remover pads, super easy. I prefer actually the square ones, I don't know why. I have one of the videos describing how I made these little ones. These ones are better, but they're not available here. Okay, let's go back to the first one, and now press down and away, and boom, it's like so clean. Press down until you feel some kind of resistance. Press down. And if there is little bits left behind, don't worry about it. You can get it later because you don't want to mess it up. There we go. Now we're gonna go back in with a clean pad and just clean up the rest. I've been doing these manicures, I think now for 3-4 weeks, and it's amazing how much the nails have grown, and there was no breaks, so that's good. Okay, so we are going to shorten the nails. That's good. I think the shape of the nails have changed for the better a little bit. They're a little bit more slender looking. This usually happens when a nail polish is worn all the time. They somehow get less flat. I don't know why this is happening and how this is happening, because polish is very flexible, but it does happen. I even feel it on my nails. If I don't have anything on my nails kind of feel very flat and they look more flat. And even with clear coats, They just get nicer. Now, just comparing the shape, looks good. Now, usually the shape of the nail bed, because the nail bed is the pink part, is a little bit uneven. It usually goes up here. So I don't follow the shape of the nail bed. I follow the shape, I look at the whole nail, because the nail is going to be polished, obviously, and it has to look even from side to side like this, the end. Believe it or not, filing side to side is perfectly fine. What matters is the grit of the file. So these are medium files from Erica. I use medium. You can use the fine one if you're using it on yourself. The fine, I find, is the best, the textured one, not the smooth. The smooth is too smooth, if that makes any sense. So the medium ones I use because they eventually get a little bit more dull, and I use them a lot, so I find they last the longest. And the reason, the glass files are actually very good too, but I find that these ones are better because you can fit them nicely under the nail. So I prefer thin diamond files. And these ones last really long. It really depends. The quality of the files, it's really hard to tell by kind of looking at them, but I guess the quality of the metal or something is what makes a difference. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to push back the living skin, actually. So this is proximal nail fold, which is the living skin, which that exposes the cuticle. So that white part now is a cuticle that I'm going to remove. You can see it perfectly here. See, the white is the cuticle. This is living skin, skin fold, proximal nail fold. And when you push it back on a regular basis, it does not stretch, because if that is stuck to the nail, as the nail is growing, that skin is going to stretch with it, and that's what some people call overgrown cuticle, but it's not an overgrown cuticle, it's stretched proximal nail fold. So now we're pushing it gently. The key with manicures is improvement, not perfection. So it's better to be safe than sorry and overdoing things. Okay, so very low speed. I'm going to use electric file because I really like doing dry manicures. I'm going to exfoliate some of the skin and remove the cuticle. Barely, very, very light pressure. Very low speed. This is it. Bevel the free edge a little bit. point the nail down to get into the groove. The bit that I'm using is called a small tapered barrel, and this is also medium, so the blue band indicates medium. Sometimes I also have the fine ones with the red top, but what I do is, again, because I use them so much, when I first get them, they're a little bit more abrasive, obviously. So what I do is I use them for pedicures, and then once they get a little bit smoother, I use them for nails, and they're perfect. Okay, so I know they look a little dry right now and not so pretty, but once the oil is applied, they're gonna be looking much better. And also because we just removed the polish with acetone, so they're temporarily kind of like more white, but this will get better. Going to use prep and clean the nails. So as always, I do the cream after the nail polish application. Personally, I prefer to polish nails that are very, very dry, that there is no traces of oil or any creams or anything like that. That way I can see the borders of the nails, and I find the polish lasts better that way as well. Also, there is less remove now with this step, because if they're very oily, then you have to really scrub them. Now the base coat. So we're gonna start with the smoothie. This one is a ridge filler and it dries to a complete matte. I personally really like it. And I'm curious which one is going to be better. So thin coat. I also love the new Essie brushes. I'm so glad they changed these brushes. It's so much better. You can see that this is drying already. And the other hand will do with the strong starts. This is also a very thin base coat. But this one dries shiny. By the way, Essie has a new, I guess you would call it finish or something, like a new coat, similar, which reminds me of Dior Nail Glow. So I think it's coming out in December, I guess this month in the States, and next year in Europe. So I already messaged Essie begging them to basically somehow get it sooner. So if I do, I'll definitely make a video about it. Okay, so let's see if this is dry. Nice and dry. Bordeaux. So this color apparently is the most, the best selling color, one of the best selling colors. I made a video about the 10 best selling Essie polishes. I'll link this below. Okay, let's see. So the first coat is going to be quite thin. I don't want to overwork it because it will pull the base coat. So the key is to place it correctly, put a little bit of pressure, but I'm trying not to go over the same area too many times. This is also nice and dry now. It's good to dry the polish between the coats. Okay, let's see how this one looks. This is dry as well, so that's good. So this coat I'm going to apply with a little bit less pressure. Still not thick, just to get a good coverage. That's nice. Okay, so now I'm going to clean up the edges and give the nails a couple minutes to dry, and let's just see how long I'm drying them for. I'm gonna time this. Okay, so a brush dipped in pure acetone. These red polishes are usually quite difficult to clean up, so I try to always do the best job I can so there is less cleanup, because they sometimes really make a mess. Okay, so this cleanup took me 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. So let's just give them another 2 minutes to dry. 5 minutes. Okay, so the pinky seems quite dry. Yeah, they're still not dry, obviously, but they're not totally wet either. Okay, so let's do the top coat, and this one is good to go. I don't know how I feel about this top coat, to be honest with you. I had some bubbling, so I'm not sure with this top coat, and the brush is really thick. I don't know why. It's a weird brush, but we'll see. So I'm applying a slightly thinner layer to see if that helps with to prevent the bubbling. Going to do 4 nails. Let them sit flat, and then 4, and then the thumbs. So I'm grabbing a smaller amount. Okay, we're gonna give them 10 minutes to dry, or 5, and we'll be back. Okay, it's 5 minutes later. Let's see. Okay, not bad. Okay, but I'm gonna give them, it still feels a little tacky. It feels a little soft, that's what it is. Okay, I'm gonna give them another 5 minutes. Okay, it's been 11 minutes. They're not fully dry, so I wouldn't call it a quick dry, that's for sure. Okay, so we're gonna use this. But they didn't bubble, so that's good. And the cream. They look really good. I love the color. Very nice. Okay, so this is it for today's video. In the comment section, please let us know what kind of other color you would like to see. Give us some ideas. We might do it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.